Today I'm watching the Twilight Zone, Season 3, Episode 14. The previous episode involved Buster Keaton and the silent film era and this time-traveling helmet inventor, and he goes from the 1890s to 1960s, so it was really fun. It was a really good comedic episode. They haven't done a preview in a while, so I have no idea what this episode is about. Season 3 has been one of my favorite seasons so far, so very curious to see where we're gonna go. So thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for movies or TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to see exclusive content from this episode, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. He looks like a pilot or something. I'm trying to guess based on like his uniform and his I can't remember what they're, I don't want to say like awards, or that's not the right word for it, but the things on his jacket. It looks like he's like inside a lampshade or something. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Very stark set. It's reminding me a little bit of like the Obsolete Man as well.
The feet's in.
Oh, I don't like clowns. Oh God, why is there a clown in here?
Your orders, Colonel, General, whatever you are.
I'm a major.
Okay, he's in the army. Okay.
Comes quickly, even in a peacetime army. Today a major, tomorrow a brigadier.
This feels like a bad joke, like a clown and a major walk into a bar.
Unimportant items seem to have eluded me, like who I am.
He doesn't know who he is?
Yeah, there must be a circus. A clown.
And immediately, like, the juxtaposition of characters. Like, I'm very curious.
Because there is no circus. And there is no war.
Then why would you need a clown and a major? Okay. Bagpipes? Oh my God, what is this group of characters? A ballerina? What is going on? I'm very curious, but I have a lot of questions.
Where are we? What are we? Who are we?
Those are the big questions, yep.
Who are we?
None of us knows, Major. We don't know who we are.
It's feeling more like a Black Mirror episode, which I know came much later.
Each of us woke up one moment, and here we were in the darkness.
That's terrifying. Yeah.
Question with no answer, Major. We're nameless things with no memory.
What?
Understanding of what is now. No knowledge of what will be.
I wonder if they're toys. That's the first thing that came to mind. I don't know if there would be a toy Scotsman, but like, that's kind of the first thing. They have no memory, they just woke up, they're suddenly aware.
Very good.
And like a clown would be a toy you'd have.
Ballet dancer, bagpiper, and an army major.
Yeah, like they all seem like things kids would play with. I don't know, maybe I'm way off the mark. I don't know, that's the first thing that comes to mind.
As to the whys, the whats, and the wheres. We will not end the nightmare, we'll only explain it.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
Is the Twilight Zone.
I'm so curious. Yeah, so many big questions. So yeah, I'm very curious to see how this plays out. Yeah, and In Search of an Exit as well. Oh, I haven't read the short story, okay. I'm gonna have to make a reading list after I finish. And this like Jaws like music almost in the background.
Which is neither here, there, nor any place. I could be a certified public accountant, a candid pitcher who throws only curves. What difference does it make?
He seems to be okay with this fate, or is given up asking questions.
We're here because we're here. Because we're...
Just making songs.
An idiot. An energetic idiot. But an idiot.
I don't think he's gonna go take well that, yeah.
We're dead. And this is limbo.
Oh man, there's so many different approaches. Yeah, are they crazy? Are they dead?
Or we're each of us having a dream, and everyone else is part of the other person's dream. You call it.
So many theories already, oh my gosh.
Mine? The Scotsman? The ballet dancer? Just whose nightmare is
Yeah, are they all trapped in a dream? I'm very curious.
Someone must bring food down.
There's been no food or water.
But we'll start.
Then they must be dead? Yeah. It's reminding me a little bit of like the Man with Different Faces episode.
Anything? Do you feel anything, Major?
No.
Yeah, how could they not feel hunger or tired or anything?
Really incredible. Have you shouted?
And a great example of like just focusing on story, like such a simple set, obviously, just character driven.
Maybe there's a panel of some kind. Maybe there's a control button.
For a while.
And such great performances. You can tell how like anxious he is and how scared.
For our purposes, this is the universe, this little room.
That's terrifying though. Yeah, how did they get there? Can they get out? Who put them there? What's that bell sound?
Let us out! Let us out of here! Please!
I'm curious what the reveal is going to be. Yeah, they've given so many options already, and the bell isn't making me think of anything.
Please, Major, don't be...
A church, maybe? I don't know.
I'll play for you.
The Major's never seen you dance.
And what would you do to pass time? Yeah, these four have obviously been here the longest, and now this guy's like, how do I get out of this nightmare? I have to listen to bagpipes all day?
Nothing.
If they climbed on each other's shoulders, could they reach the top?
With this! With this!
Oh my god, I guess you have a sword, so... Not anymore. Oh my gosh. There goes his plan.
Please, Major. After a while, it'll be a lot easier.
She's like, just accept it. Stop trying to escape. Yeah.
They're for the unloved. Perhaps that's who we are.
That's sad, though. Oh my gosh.
We must have names. We're people.
Yeah, how do they not have names, even?
We belong somewhere. There must be others who care about us.
They just refer to each other by, like, their role, like the ballerina or the dancer.
We've got to get it back. Each one of us. We'll dig a tunnel.
Are we gonna do, like, a planet of people who live this way as opposed to... Yeah, like, it's the night sky, it looks like, above them. And this one, like, is it the sun? We've had a planet of giant people. Are we gonna do a planet of small people?
All of us. We are in hell. God help.
Yeah, I'm thinking they must be dead if they aren't hungry, they don't remember their names, they're trapped here.
Let him have his fun.
At least he's trying.
He is indeed.
And how long have these guys been in here that they've just given up?
Do. Perhaps we could pretend that we're acrobats. Alley-oop.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if they just stand on each other's shoulders, they'll be able to reach the top.
Any of you see it? One on top of the other. Standing on each other's shoulders.
Yes, thank you.
Isn't that the way they do it in circuses?
I'll ask him when he comes in. Not of having been one. It is true we don't feel hunger or thirst, but pain is quite another thing.
Yeah, that they don't have memories. Oh, they can feel pain.
Pardon, ma'am, but no thank you.
But she's right. It is a chance.
Yeah, you think they'd at least want to try. There should be enough of them.
Not sure how high it is.
That's the point. We would be exerting ourselves for nothing.
He's like, why try? We'll just fail.
Entertainment.
Come on, let's try it. Come on, clown.
Yeah, and that they need all of them to be on board. Like, they can't do it with 2 people. They need all 5 of them.
I go with the majority.
Or at least get high enough to kind of see something. Because, yeah, obviously their only view is what's open in that circle. I'm very curious. I don't know if we're going to get a reveal of, like, a different planet. They mentioned that. They mentioned they might be dead.
Can you see the top? Is there a ledge or anything?
It looks like smoke or something.
Come on.
Oh, I'm so worried. And what happens if she jumps over and leaves them all? Like, yeah, this is an interesting... Like, they all depend on each other, but they're also separate in the same way. I would not want to be in the bottom of that thing. That's... Oh my gosh, it'd be so heavy. So close, so close. And she's like reaching the line of the sun or the light or whatever it is that's hitting it. Oh no. She's just too short. Just jump. Come on. You're like 2 inches from the top.
Can't reach it. It's just a little above me.
Jump.
Stretch. Stretch a little.
You're a ballerina. Go on your tippy toes. Come on.
Got to try.
Oh no. Oh gosh, they were so close.
How's your leg?
I think I strained it.
Yeah, she's got instant bruises.
A rope around the haft of this sword, fling it over the ledge, and let it hook on the edge. Then,
Not bad. It might work.
here. All right.
They all seem very like reluctant. Like I think they've just given up hope, but
Well, we'll worry about that when it happens. Somehow I'll get you out of here.
yeah, I was like, is he gonna leave them all behind? Yeah, this relying on these, strangers, this teamwork, this trust. Is he gonna leave you all there? Is he gonna come back? Is it gonna work? Oh my god, this is gonna give me such anxiety. Like, just the stress of trying to get it over the wall. Oh! I'm so curious to see what's going on. It looks like a concrete wall or something. Like, those are thick walls. Oh my gosh, ah! So nervous.
Well, what's that? What do you see?
What if it's just more nothing? Is that worse?
Are we?
It's a snowbank? What? What is that?
Brave man. Not a very bright one.
Oh my gosh, this clown.
I found this in the snow. Someone must have dropped. Oh.
It is a toy. They're dolls. Oh my god, back he goes! Oh my gosh!
We've only just started.
Dolls business?
Toy Story. OG Toy Story.
Dolls?
That's the bell. Okay, I thought it was maybe like a church or something. Back they go into this crumbled pile. Oh my gosh. My theories are never right, so I'm very surprised I was right about this one. Oh my gosh.
Perhaps they are unloved only for the moment. In the arms of children, there can be nothing.
Not the tears. Come on, that's so sad.
Player, a ballet dancer, and a major,
It just seemed because they were in the costume.
known as the Twilight Zone.
That seemed like such a, why else would they just happen to be in the costume like that? Like if they all were in jeans and a t-shirt or something. But the costumes, I think, were, to me, the biggest hint. So it's my first time watching The Twilight Zone, season 3, episode 14. I really liked this episode. It had some of the classic Twilight Zone themes, which I love, of the characters not knowing who they are, how they got there, the memories not being there, and even the characters themselves discussing, what could be going on. They're like, is it a dream? Maybe we're dead. Like, we're in hell. What's going on? And of course, to find out at the end that they are toys. I liked that. Even though I had kind of suspected it early on, you still never know. There's still Twilight Zone. It has so many different curveballs, but that's exactly what they were, was toys. And to me, the biggest hint was the clothes, because I was like, okay, if you were a human being who was plucked up and put into this random room, why would you be dressed as a clown? I was like, okay, maybe if you were working as a clown, it just happened to happen at that exact time. And the only one that didn't really fit to me was the character that was dressed up as a homeless person. But I don't know if that would have been a toy when this came out. That was the only one where I was like, a toy theory would fit for every, like a clown, a little toy soldier, an army person, and a toy ballerina, those things made sense. The bagpipe character also didn't really fit, but the other three I thought, okay, those are kind of toys that kids have. And again, if you were just plucked up and put into this random situation, would it have been when you were, at a dance recital being a ballerina? Yeah, so like again, if they were all wearing jeans and a t-shirt, I would have been totally stumped and no idea what was going on. Even if they had just all been dressed like dolls with like, a dress and hair done and stuff like that, I still probably wouldn't have guessed toys, because I needed the different characters for it to make sense, and I think the different characters also kind of threw it off that plan. For them to be so different and them to be put in the same place, that was the only thing that could come to mind, was they had to be toys or something like that. But yeah, my theories are never right, so I was very surprised to see that was right. And even the characters discussing them, again, I was like, maybe they are going to be on a different planet. And then when we have the major land in the snow, I was like, oh, it is going to be a different planet, because all we see is this white, surrounding him. All we see is, this very stark contrast. It's going to be another planet, something like that. But of course, it's the snow next to the donation bin. And of course, this reminded me of Toy Story, if you've seen those films. And I know this came out much, much earlier, but these toys having a personality and characteristics, and the fact that they weren't being fed and weren't hungry or anything. My next guess would have been that they were dead, because how would you be surviving? Like, the logistics of it didn't make sense. And the fact that it's the only ones in that bin at the bottom, and then to see them in actual like toy form at the end was interesting as well. And to see the ballerina crying, oh my gosh, that was so painful. That was tough to see, because clearly she feels pain. And even the clown was talking about that, saying like, we may not feel hunger or these things, but we can definitely still feel pain. And the drop from, however tall that bucket was would obviously create a lot of pain. I thought this episode had a lot of big themes about trust and teamwork, and how they're thrown together. They don't know each other, and they don't seem to really trust each other also. And some of them just seem fine. Like, okay, like, why are we trying? Like, it's not going to work. Let's just give up. And you're just going to drive yourself crazy going over all the different ways that you could try and escape. But then they do band together and they do start working. So I thought, yeah, that was really interesting. And obviously them all having different characteristics, like their costumes also became their character, of course. Like, the ballerina is stretching and worried about her leg, and the clown is being very, joyous and having all these tricks, and, pulls out like a jump rope at one point, has this umbrella and has this pot on his head. And yeah, they seem to be very true, obviously, to their characters, who they were, and really, really great performances. I just felt so bad for this major, because he's just obviously the newest one added to the bucket, but just didn't understand why he was here, didn't understand how he got here, no memories. And I also thought maybe the major, before we saw everybody else, I thought maybe the major was in some kind of, I thought he was a pilot, and I thought maybe he was in a plane accident, because his uniform was kind of dirty and kind of ripped. And I thought, oh, okay, maybe he is crash landed somewhere, which we've seen before also in Twilight Zone. And now he's disorientated and doesn't know what's going on, doesn't know how he got here, doesn't remember his name. And then as the episode progressed, I was like, oh, well, people usually give their toys names. So I was like, maybe it's not a toy. But yeah, again, I really like this episode. Lots to keep you thinking, lots to keep guessing. And of course, I knew there had to be a reveal at the end. It was just, what was it going to be? To see the toys working together, trying to figure a way out. Like, they want to escape, they want to be free, and they don't want to be trapped, and, working so hard to get out. And then when we have the reveal ending, I don't know if the toys become self-aware that they are toys at the end, or if they're just sad that they put all this effort in to try and escape and it didn't work. Because as soon as the major, lands in the snow outside, the little kid picks them up and puts them right back in the bucket. So we don't know if they hear the conversations that the kid is having with the adult and is able to figure it out. And we also don't see the toys talking after that, before the end of the episode. We just see the ballerina crying, which was so sad. But yeah, I'd be curious to know if they had figured out that they were toys, or what that would do, what that would mean, or if they're just sad that they put all this effort, all this strength into climbing over the top, throwing the sword over with the rope and everything, and just to have it all come crashing back down, and to end up in this pile at at the end of the bucket. So that's another interesting theory, is what happens if they did find out that they were toys. We don't get that after conversation of them discussing it. And yeah, a really, really interesting episode. From what we saw on the outside, it looked like a Christmas themed episode as well, which we haven't had a ton of. Just thinking back on some of the dialogue in the episode, I'm curious if there was any other clues that they could have been toys. And even the clown, early on saying like there's no circus, there's no war, like why would the soldier be there? Why would the clown be there? And yeah, it was a very interesting approach. Obviously the set was very stark, as we just have the inside of this bucket, and it reminded me a little bit of The Obsolete Man, which had a very, very stark set as well. And it also reminded me of the episode of The Man Who Could Change His Face, because I thought maybe we were going to do something like that. I thought maybe these personalities are all in somebody's head and we're going to cut back and somebody's in a psychiatrist office or something. And even they mention a dream where they're like, okay, well, which one of us is dreaming and which characters are in, the dream itself. And yeah, I think there's many different ways you could go with this. And if it was, 5 different personalities in one mind, or, 5 different traits of somebody, like if you really wanted to get, deep and psychological into it. Another great example of, you don't need 7 locations, you don't need a huge cast. There was 5 of them in this, and then obviously, a few characters when we have the reveal at the end, but the majority of the episode takes place in this bin that's holding them. And, it's just the character story between them talking to each other, trying to figure it out, trying to run ideas past each other, and, really builds its own little community. And, they all come from different places and they don't remember, they don't have names or anything. So how do you, build that trust with strangers you don't know, even from a toys perspective, I thought was interesting. Overall, I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was a cool concept, something different that we haven't seen before, which I love that Twilight Zone is still bringing in these new ideas. And of course, the reveal to show that they are toys was great. And no previews again. I have no idea what the next episode is about. So thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for movies or TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Oh, I don't like clowns. Oh god, why is there a clown in here? He doesn't know who he is? Bagpipes? Yeah, like they all seem like things kids would play with. Yeah, how could they not feel hunger or tired or anything? If they climbed on each other's shoulders, could they reach the top? Yeah, how do they not have names even? How long have these guys been in here that they've just given up?